Maybe not for you. Maybe you're really happy.
Maybe you're a liar.
Yeah. Or. Friends, welcome back. I am Jason. This is my friend Bill. And today, what I'd like to discuss with you, Bill, is what are your thoughts on preparing for something that may or may not happen in our life and refusing to live your life freely because of it?
That's what you should do. Yes.
Thanks for watching.
I don't do anything because it may happen right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you did ask for honest thoughts.
Yeah,
so
that's good.
Let's get that out of the way.
So yeah, what are your thoughts on that? We all know people that don't live their lives freely because they're, in my opinion, are afraid that something's going to happen.
The big one.
Yep. Yeah, the EMP is going to strike any minute now, so I will not travel out of town because of it. You know. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
I think when I approach any sort of disaster or contingency, I just always revert back to what's most likely,
right?
What's least likely, and what's gonna what is again what's most likely. My brain is thinking about water.
His well's out at his house this morning.
And that's where I think you need to spend 90% of your time. And what's most likely to happen is even just beyond contingencies. Like, you can't run around thinking that your life is going to fall apart with things that are most likely, like vehicle breakdowns or whatever. Like, you can do little things to be prepared, do your maintenance, and have some basic tools and some experience and know how to do some things. But if that's the state of your life, then you're missing out on life. Yeah. And there's things that are more important, because if you're not here now with your family, your friends, your community, what are you really living for?
Right.
And then
what's the point?
Right. Well, God forbid, if all you're focused on is the big, I need to get into the bunker and disappear for the next 30 years, then
yikes.
Then what are you really missing out on?
I've thought about this a lot. This comes up all the time, regardless of the topic that you're discussing. Especially in the comment section. People chime in and they say things like, I never travel more than 10 miles from my home, ever. And I'm like, that's just sad. Like, it seems really sad to me. I mean, maybe not for you. Maybe you're really happy.
Maybe you're a liar.
Yeah, or perhaps that. Maybe you're extremely happy in that 10-mile radius. Like, and that's totally cool. Like, I don't care. Live your life however you want. It doesn't really matter to me. But if you're doing it out of fear, like that's a fear response, then that is sad. Yeah. Like, that's a really sad thing. So I just want to encourage people. I wanted to get your thoughts on it, but I wanted to encourage people to live their lives that, yes, be prepared, like you said, like, do the basics. Make sure you got water in your house, Make sure you take care of the basics. You've got a little bit of a food storage stocked up, a little bit. I'm not saying you need 20 years. I'm not saying you need to go out in the yard and dig a bunker, right? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying do the basics, basic maintenance on your home, that kind of stuff. But then, like, live your life. Yeah. Like, go for a motorcycle ride. Right. Like, go on a vacation with your family. Like, have life experiences that your kids will talk about. That your kids will talk about with their kids. You know, they'll tell crazy stories of how their grandpa did dumb stuff on this vacation that they did. Like, that's the kind of stuff that I think is really valuable, and I think people are missing out on it. Because of the fear that something's going to happen.
It is going to happen.
I know. Something is going to happen.
Maybe today.
Maybe today.
Maybe today.
And the cool thing about that is that if you are prepared and you have practiced and you've trained and you've done, and you have a lot of, this is another key point, life experiences. Right. You'll figure things out. Like, you'll solve problems. Your water stopped running at your house, but I have 100% faith that you'll figure it out.
Oh, you bet.
Like, you're gonna fix it, right? Because you have life experiences.
With doing the normal, ordinary things.
Ordinary
if you're not out here in the shop, whether it's a nice barn or a garage or under your car or whatever it is, doing the things. If you constantly get into relying on everybody to do all your things.
Yeah, I need a guy to fix this and a guy to fix that. Yeah, yep.
Then odds are you have manny and petty hands and feet and you need to stop and go do the things.
Yeah, go do the
because turning wrenches and cutting lumber and measuring and doing the things, all of those little gates that you go through help to prepare you for the bigger things, because it's not about the tactics and being able to do the thing. It's about being able to solve the problems.
Solve problems. That's right. Yeah, that's it. Just solve the
puzzles.
problems. You don't know what the problem is going to be.
Right.
That's what we're always talking about. And when I talk about fitness, like I talk about fitness a lot on the channel, and that's something that I'm passionate about. I have a strong background in that, and that's the same thing. Like my fitness is well-rounded because I don't know what I'm training for. I have no idea, but I'll solve the problem because of all the effort that I put in ahead of time. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. And without those life experiences, getting out there and doing things, you know, with your buddies or whatever, you won't be able to solve as many problems because you won't know what to do.
Right.
You don't know what that part looks like on the inside because you've never had it apart.
Right.
All right. So that's where I'm at. So I just wanted to know what your thoughts were on that. Live life, but don't be afraid.
That's right.
Yeah.
Do the things.
Do the things. Good
Get
stuff.
dirty.
Anything else you'd like to add to this conversation, Bill?
I would like to say, I don't know. Maggie didn't, eat me.
Which is
So
nice.
that's a positive.
She didn't bite your ankles. My dog Maggie is kind of a jerk. When you come onto the property, there's a good, really strong possibility, especially if you're a man, that she's going to bite your ankles.
Yeah. She's doing her job.
Yeah, she's really good at it. But once you get, you're here, she kind of warms up to you typically and doesn't bite as much.
Yeah. Just every now and then.
Yeah.
Just a little.
just a little nibble to make sure that you're still alive.
I'm still here.
Yeah, that's it. Pretty much everyone I know, all my buddies have been bitten by her at least once, which is nice.
Yeah.
If you haven't been bit,
There's something wrong with you.
it's probably you. It's probably you thing.
That's right.
It's a you problem. All right, friends. I'd love to hear what you think about this in the comments section. Give me your honest opinion about what we just spoke of. If you're one of those people that lives in the hole and you're sitting on a mountain of rice and beans, I want to know why. And, again, I think that's totally cool if you are happy in your hole. Stay in the hole if that's what makes you feel complete. Leave that in the comment section. Hit the thumbs up. Do subscriptions, the notifications, all the clicking of all the things. I'd be really grateful for that. And I recently just started Patreon memberships. So if that's something you might be interested in, we're doing behind the scenes content stuff. We're doing live Q&A sessions every month. So if that's something you might be interested in, click the link that's in the description. And I'll also try to remember to put it in the comment section as well. So until next time, friends, what's the worst that could happen? Let's just go on 3. Oh, yeah, and Bill. Stokermatic. Don't forget about Bill.
That's right.
Yeah, go to Stokermatic. Check him out on YouTube and stokermatic.com.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. Cool. Thanks, guys.